I have to tell you, if I hear Mr. Weber and then Mr. Bullmann afterwards, I ask myself, is there a government in Berlin? Or have I missed something? Because I have not the impression that there is in any way on a number of issues a common German position for the moment, and that's one of the problems for the moment in the European Union. But that's not my item. Mrs. Paniatova, for me the next European Council can talk and discuss and write conclusions on whatever issue that you want, and there is a long range of issues, the Brexit and the governance of the Eurozone and the defence union and the multi-annual financial framework and the summit of Trump and Kim, you name it. But there is, in my opinion, and Mr. Bullmann has already said it, one item, one crisis on which I urge you not just to talk this time, but to act now. And that is this ongoing migration crisis in the Mediterranean Sea. I think that we all agree on this, you, the Commission, the whole Parliament, all the political groups, that what is happening there is a disgrace and is a scandal, and already for years now. And I'm a little bit contradicting Mr. Timmermans, who is saying, yeah, it's not the same as in the past. No, it's not the same as in the past. But since the start of this mandate, Mr. Timmermans, there will be more than 10,000 people who have died in the Mediterranean Sea. And since the beginning of this year, there are again 800 people, men, women and children, who have drowned in the Mediterranean Sea. And it's the same what is happening now with this boat, 600 people, 7 pregnant women, pushed from country to country. That's a disgrace, that's a scandal. And I will not point my finger in this debate to one individual country, not to Malta, not to Italy. I don't think that we have to point a finger to Mr. Muscat saying it's your fault, or to Mr. Salvini, even when I reject completely the ideas of Mr. Salvini. But I think we have to point a finger, not to you personally, so don't take it personal, but to all of you, to the whole of the European Council, who is not capable until this moment to take position in this migration issue and in the reform of the system of Dublin. And that is a collective responsibility. And I'm asking always myself why we have made from the European Council an official institution of the European Union. You know, there's the Lisbon Treaty. In the Lisbon Treaty, we have said, oh yeah, the European Council has to become an official institution of the European Union to take decisions, to steer the Union. And what we see today is exactly the opposite, the incapacity of the European Council to take a decision on this. So my question to you, I have only one simple question, is when, for God's sake, will the European Council take a decision on this migration issue, and when you will take a responsibility? When? And I want also to urge you to do 2 things in the next European Council. I think 2 things you need to do. The first is to have this common position of Dublin, and Mr. Bullmann and others have already recalled that. But the second thing is also to do another thing, in my opinion. That's to create as fast as possible, very urgently, what I call European reception centres in the transit countries, so that we take our responsibility in these transit countries to give decent protection to these people, and that these people can ask in these reception centres for asylum, for protection. And it is not necessary for them to jump into the arms and into the hands of these criminal gangs in Libya or in these gangs of human traffickers, because that is what we are doing for the moment. And for me, dear colleagues, the picture of the year, because everybody is talking today of the picture of the year, what will be the picture of the year? Will be the picture of the year of 6 European leaders humouring with Mr. Trump. In Canada, will the picture of the year will be the handshake between Trump and Kim? Well, I think, unfortunately, and to our disgrace, the picture of the year could be, again, another little island who is the victim of our bad policies on migration. And I say to you, Mr. Tajani, I support you fully for what you said in the beginning of the debate. If the Council fails again in its next meeting, in my opinion, we should put really the question if we have to invite Mr. Tusk to our next meeting in July. Or more, I think we have to consider to go to court under our rule, Article 265 of the Treaty. 265 of the Treaty will give the possibility to the Commission and to the European Parliament to go against the Council if the Council has a failure to act, what is the case here today.